All right, hello YouTube. How is everyone doing? So today I want to make a quick video breaking down how my info product business, my coaching business, my course, I don't know what you want to call it, my e-learning product, how much my coaching, I say coaching, so how much of my coaching offer is making. Currently we're at about 150 a month. Some months it's a bit lower, some months it's a bit higher. I do think I can push it way higher. The main thing that's holding us back is just keeping the margins healthy. So not pushing, breaking a system that's not perfect. And I do believe it's partly because of the funnel we're using, which is what I'll be breaking down today in this video. What is the exact funnel that we're using that's making us about 5K a day? Of course, selling coaching and info products. If you guys want, I'll make another video in the future breaking down why I think this funnel has its issues and why we're going to switch soon. But it did serve us pretty well, and it is still serving us very well. So I want to break it down because I do think it's a good beginner-friendly way to make at least your first 100K selling coaching. So here are the numbers. As you can see, we work with over 800 students. And these are our clients basically. So how exactly are we doing? What does the funnel look like? So what we run is a simple IGDM ad campaign. Okay, so it's nothing too crazy. I've tried direct response ads. They're not my favorite, where you basically just give out the offer and I'm the one who's yapping. I've always found text-based ads to work a lot better for us. So what I typically do is have like a still video in the background of me doing something. So as you can see, here's like, this is basically the other side of what I see. So I have this city in front of me. You guys don't see this in the YouTube videos, but I basically just recorded like a looping 10-second video of just me working and you know, you can see the cars like driving in the back and everything. So it is a video and I'm like kind of moving here and there. So it's just like a still video. And then there's caption that appears. So all of this text like appears one at a time. So it's not all there at the beginning. And then from there, we get them to read a description, which is a long form copy where we sort of briefly mention about some obscure business idea, some business model that we've been leveraging to make money. So I didn't mention this, sorry. This is an info product helping like in the make money online niche. Okay, so we help people start various types of agencies and we help them sort of make additional money. Okay, so here we kind of break down the obscure business model. As you can see, this is how much we spent. This is a lifetime. It's not monthly, of course. So the lifetime, obviously, I'm still not in the big boy numbers. I'm getting there slowly, but so far we spent just shy of $300,000 on this ad funnel. And these are the more or less exact same ads we've been running the entire time. That's not true. Lots of variations, but meaning it's always been like a still video with a long form copy. The copy does change a lot. We've even changed this recently, so we're not using this as we speak. I do think we are, but we've introduced new ads that are working pretty well. Once the person goes through the copy, there's a call to action to DM us, and there's even a button on the ad. So they click send message, which from here we have the script that's going to play off. So I have multiple appointment setters on my Instagram account. And from there, their job is to basically explain to the lead the business model, nurture them, qualify them, pre-handle any objections if they do come up, and then from there get them to book a call with our closers. Okay, this script is probably the most important in this whole process. Okay, it's not like you can generate messages pretty easily running ads. Like you don't need to be super good at doing this. The hard part is really having a good script to pre-handle the objections, like how much does it cost? I'm not paying anything. Is this a scam? You know, like a bunch of common objections you would hear in our space. So how do we alleviate those things? There's various ways to do it, but this is what we've been working on. And it's probably what's going to require the most testing. Right now, we have it pretty much on lock. Funny enough, we introduced like a modification recently, which decreased or increased our booking rate by about 30%, which is insane. And it's simply by changing the messaging of how we worded certain things. So this is like a recent addition. Again, I can make a video on this going over what exactly we did, but it's pretty crazy how like a small tweak like that in the script can have such a huge impact on what we do. So we just improve our efficiency by about 30% in terms of booking calls, which is absolutely insane. It's a bit too early to confirm what's the number, but so far it's 30%. But essentially we DM the lead. nurture them, qualify them. If they are a good fit to work with us, we send them a booking link, which will redirect them to a Calendly link to book a call with us. One quick thing I'd like to mention, this is a very hard funnel to make work if you don't have a optimized Instagram account. I would not consider myself to be very good at social media, especially like short form content and everything. I prefer YouTube and long form, but short form is not where I shine, and it's not what I enjoy doing as well. So this is my Instagram page. As you can see, it's not that good. Like, I have a few reels here and there. I have a good amount of following. I have a few like stories, whether it's like client wins, lifestyle stuff, as well as like some of my YouTube. So again, if someone is doubtful and they're like, who is this person? There's a big link to my YouTube channel so they can watch some of my content. Then they can continue DMing us, or while they're messaging us, they can watch some of my YouTube content. So again, giving them as much proof of concept. So this funnel works really good if you do have like a social media brand and it's like slowly getting there. And we have tried it with a different account with a very low following, where we didn't have that much content, and the cost per message just went like through the roof. It was so much harder to get messages and meaningful conversations as well. From there, once you start getting people to book a call with you, they will book a call. We will then send them a VSL or like a thank you video. This is like a video. In this case, it's like me explaining the journey of how I got introduced to this business model and how I was able to make money. And it's like a full-blown story, and it briefly touches on it's more like a backstory on me rather than the actual method of what we do. Okay, so we give them enough just to understand the basics, but again, it's on the sales call that you're going to learn the full secret formula. And from there, of course, when they book a call, they put their information, and then we ask them even more qualifying questions. So obviously we're not going to be too intrusive in the DMs, but in the calendar, we can ask a bit more specific, direct questions. We have changed the questions ever since then. So if you want to copy me, just don't copy this. Just look at the actual funnel. And yeah, from there, they book a call. And the goal is to just close those deals. So this is pretty straightforward. I'd say 80% of our deals are one call closes. Our show rate is about 50%. I don't think there's anything wrong with our funnel. It's just inherently we work mostly with beginners. So it is a bit, I don't want to blame like the audience, but I did notice that when you do work with a more beginner level audience, there's a bit less, they're more like working on like pure motivation, you know, like maybe one night they're super motivated, they DM us and everything, then the next day like, oh, I don't want to do this, you know. It's kind of like when you're motivated to go to the gym, at least for me when I started. It's like this, you would watch a few YouTube videos like, okay, tomorrow I'm going to go to the gym. This week I'm going to get, I'll get my gym membership. I'll do this, I'll do that. You go for a week and then you just give up. So I do believe like lots of people get into that mindset. But anyways, maybe this is just me coping. However, those who do show, our close rate is extremely high. Okay, we have a very high close rate. We have lots of payment plan options, which help a lot. So I don't think closing is that much of an issue for us. It's really just getting as many calls as we can. But yeah, this is basically the funnel we've been using. So again, it's not rocket science. It's nothing crazy. It does have its limitations. Like my Instagram is so laggy, and if it were to get banned, which it did happen, it cuts off the entire lead acquisition funnel. Like it's just like overnight you have nothing that comes in. So it is really risky. And it's not, it's good where it's at right now, but we're introducing a VSL funnel for the very first time. So I'm very excited to see how that's going to go. And I do believe it's going to get us to our next level with our business. But as a starting point, this IG funnel can be very good. And we've spent upwards of 1K a day, about 1K a day on this. And we've been able to maintain it. Nothing breaks, but the Instagram is very laggy. Like I no longer, again, maybe this is me coping, but I no longer post stories or anything on my Instagram, because if I do, it takes me like 10 minutes just to get through the DM so my phone stops lagging. So in terms of like, Instagram needs to work on that. I am pretty sure it wasn't meant to handle 300K worth of ad spend, but anyways, it's a good problem to have, I guess. But yeah, so this today is basically what we do, what we leverage. It works extremely well. Like I said, the more content you have, the more of a personal brand you have, this will work very well. If you have no Instagram whatsoever, nothing, work on this at the beginning and then start running this. And yeah, that's basically, that's how we average about this much money every single month. As usual, I think that's pretty much it. So as usual, if ever you have any questions, you can leave a comment. If ever you want to get in touch with me directly and ask me your questions, this is why Instagram is probably not the best way, but I will leave maybe my Discord. So if you guys want to DM me on Discord, I can give you quick tips on how to scale your info and what I would do if I were in your shoes. No matter if you're a complete beginner or if you're already making some money with your info business. Okay. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next video. Peace.